Canada Employment Change July Preview USD CAD Action is south of the border analysis http ntv4x.com News ID 75BAAD86 2024 30:49 p.m. Job roles expected to add 400,000 workers in July. Unemployment rate forecast to drop to 11% from 12.3%. Canadian dollar improves as U.S. economic prospects feared to be stalling. The Canadian labour market appears set to reach the halfway mark in the recovery of pandemic job losses with strong employment growth for the third straight month. National payrolls are forecast to expand by 400,000 when Statistics Canada reports on the July net change in employment on Friday at 8:30 MEDT. NBSP The unemployment rate is expected to drop to 11% from 12.3% and the participation rate should rise to 65.4% from 63.8% in June. Canadian and U.S. employment during the COVID closure of the Canadian economy. Just over 3 million workers were fired or furloughed in March and April. Canada net change in employment. NTV4X Despite predictions that 500,000 more employees would lose employment in May, the labour market turned and companies hired back 289,600 workers. That continued in June with another 952,900 returnees. If the July consensus forecast of 400,000 is accurate, the combined May and June predictions underestimated the results by 84%. Forecast 200,000 vs actual 1,242,500. It would bring the reconstitution to 1,642,000 employees or 54.7% of the job losses. NBSP in comparison, if the US NFP July estimate of 1.6 million positions is correct, just 41% of the March and April job losses would have been made good in the following 3 months. NBSP American forecasters have been even worse than their northern colleagues in predicting the timing and extent of the labor market reversal. Job losses were forecast to be 8 million in May, followed by a 3 million gain in June for a total of 5 million combined. NBSP in reality, U.S. employers added 7.499 million workers in those 2 months, a 12.499 million swing or a 250% underestimate. Purchasing Manager SAW Index Canadian manufacturing sentiment has made a strong recovery from its pandemic collapse. The Market Purchasing Manager SAW Index registered 52.9 in July, well ahead of the 44.1 forecast and Junia's 47.8 score. NBSP The April low of 33 is far distant. Market Manufacturing PMI.NTV4X The index from the Richard Ivey School of Business in London, Ontario is expected to dip to 57.5 in July from 58.2 in June when it is reported on Friday. NBSP All 3 North American PMI figures reported so far. The U.S. Manufacturing and Services Indexes from the Institute for Supply Management and the market number for Canada have been notably stronger than their forecasts. Conclusion: in the USD CAD, the record of a stronger recovery in the Canadian labour market is likely to continue in July. NBSP The pertinent question for the USD CAD is the state of the U.S. job market. NBSP The US dollar has been sold for 3 weeks on the notion that the COVID spread in some western and southern states would extract a heavy toll from the US economy. NBSP That is the main reason for the drop in July. NFP estimates by 2/3 to 1.6 million from Junia's 4.8 million payrolls. NBSP If the forecasts are on target at 1.6 million or less, the USD weakness will continue. If NFP is stronger than predictions, the degree of dollar impact will equate closely to the size of the payroll number. NBSP If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me mt5.expert.advisors.